Just a little.
It's on.
Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record newspaper, joined as always by H.H. Howes and Andy Balin. We are celebrating the completion of a new edition of the Fayette County Record, hot off the presses, and we're joined by Jimmy Simpson, owner and chef at Cafe 77 in scenic Warda, Texas, right between LaGrange and Giddings on Highway 77. Jimmy, here is the first copy of the new edition of the Fayette County Record. Thanks so much for having us. And I think we'll chat a little bit about the headlines and then dive into what is an amazing array of food you've prepared for us.
Wow, you have outdone yourself.
Yeah, just a little bit that we do every day actually. Right here, starting off, we have the chili lime cod. It's part of our headliners. That is a whole Alaskan cod with cilantro lime rice, black beans. Here's our actually best burger that we have. We sell the most. It's our Hank Williams burger. It comes with our regular hand-cut shoestring fries. We have our New York strip chicken fried steak, topped with pepper green gravy, as well as the hand-cut fries. Very popular platter here. It's the George Strait platter. It's a hamburger steak over mashed potatoes with fresh green beans, topped with our jalapeno brown gravy. And then we also have a tender New York strip, so you can actually get it not fried if you don't want it that way. And it comes with topped with the grilled onion, mushrooms. Those are rosemary garlic fries and our baby carrots right there. Off the wall kind of thing that we do. A lot of people are familiar that we do tuna here, but that's just something that we're capable of doing if you ask. That is dragon fruit and passion fruit kiwi right there.
With what's the fish?
That is seared ahi tuna. And then next right here we have our fried catfish. That's actually a king catfish. It's 12 ounces, fried whole. If you don't like it whole, we can cut it up for you if you like the little niblets as well. And that's just topped with our fries. It's actually salt and vinegar fries as well, so if you want to go a little British. Right here we have our flamingo tacos. We do have just two choices of tacos. One are the Baja. These are the flamingo that come with our house-made pickled onions, cilantro avocado sauce, and queso fresco, black beans and cilantro rice. And last but not least, we have our spinach and shrimp quesadillas. A little something that we do different here. If you notice on the top of the quesadillas, we actually do melt cheese on both sides. So that's why you have that array of color there. So you get an extra cheesy blend. And it comes with our guacamole salsa as well.
Wow. It's going to be incredibly hard to talk about the headlines with all of this great food staring us in the face. But let's try to do it. Let's very quickly talk about what's in today's copy of the paper before we dive into this great food. Andy, you want to mention anything?
Sure thing.
Well, so stay around, Jimmy. We're going to, find out some more about this food and some more about Cafe 77 after we talk a little bit about the paper.
Sure. Well, at the top of the front page, there's a big wreck on I-10 on Tuesday over in between Schulenburg and Flatonia. One of the truck was carrying some arsenic, some material that had some arsenic in it, and so it took a long time to clean up the highway. Traffic was blocked for about 8 hours. The wreck happened about noontime, and they finally got it all cleaned up about 8 o'clock in the evening. And then that wreck sent a bunch of traffic through Flatonia, and one of the 18-wheelers that was going through Flatonia made a sharp turn at FM 609 trying to get back to I-10, took out a light and a utility pole. So it's kind of a big mess over there in Flatonia. Pancho, you got a story about continuing issues over in Round Top in the city council,
yeah, Andy,
right?
it's not really good to talk about arsenic at a food show, but yeah, there was a 9-page rebuttal to the mayor and the city attorney's response to Pastor Matthew Deal's contention that the Round Top election was illegal. So this is all about that. And then it's about a documentary being made about Doc Ayers.
Doc about Doc.
Doc about Doc. Who writes these headlines?
I don't know. They're awfully clever. I would like to shake the hand of whoever writes those things.
You won some awards for that.
Hey, and these stories bring up an interesting point about the staff here we've got at the newspaper. We've got H.H. Howes here, expert of all things going on in the northern part of the county, resident of Round Top. He's got his finger on the pulse of that part of the county.
Also true.
Andy Balin, graduate of Schulenburg High School. He's got the pulse of what's going on in the southern part of the county. You know, together we try to cover everything in between.
Of course, Jeff is a LaGrange native.
That's right, that's right. And speaking of LaGrange, the football team got back to work this week as they try to rebound from an 0-9 season last year. 28 seniors on this year's team. You heard it here first. It's going to be a very successful year for the Leopards this year. LaGrange volleyball team started the season with the win. Hard to believe that their season has already started. Full complement of entertainment things. Art Connections Gallery has a neat second Saturday soiree coming up. Opinions. Regina Kyler's always very interesting columns. Florian Kanya returns to the paper.
Oh, boy.
We've always got the ever interesting letters to the editor, which may or may not, question the,
What? We have a feature here about Natasha Sabor, who is a second time around for Winedale, and this coming weekend is the last series of plays out at Winedale for this season, and so you may enjoy reading that.
I think Jimmy had to go cook something. back
Yeah,
there.
of course.
there,
Jimmy's
yeah.
hard at work here. You can see him at the grill there. But we're going to go ahead and dive into some of this stuff while we're waiting for him to
I'm sure
join
he'll
us.
come back and join us.
Great idea.
All right, Pancho. So you're gonna try some of this tuna here.
Sashimi, I ate it for 2 years. By the way, I want to say, I moved to Warda 25 years ago. I lived right across the road on the Lehman Ranch, and I used to come over here all the time to eat at the Warda store restaurant. And Jimmy has done a wonderful service to these folks out here by bringing this place back and making it better than it's ever been.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I don't think anybody could imagine ahi tuna and these flamingo tacos at the old Warda store. Although they had great hamburgers, and Jimmy has continued that tradition here as well. But
We've got all the old stuff and some new stuff.
yeah,
Well, to keep the tradition, I would eventually like to turn that side room into the actual old, kind of grocery shop.
oh really? Yeah.
Just have some, we have the product, so why not, serve it to the public? Because I know when we were opening up this place, just to get a bottle of water was a little hard to go either direction.
yeah.
So, the convenience would be nice.
That's a great idea.
You have a great beer selection out here too. Right now, I'm drinking a Celis. I don't know anywhere else in Fayette County you can buy a Celis. in a restaurant.
Hogarden's really hard to find, so I had to go
Yeah.
with the Sun's benefactor there. I guess not to promote anybody, but really the blood
Here's
orange
your
is
wines
excellent
over here.
as well. It'd be nice to have like a little craft store here as well. There's a lot of people that come down to the weekend and come back with, see that.
Yeah.
What happened to the domino player? I used to play in there.
Well, when we first opened, we weren't promoting it as a bar. It's more about the food.
They'll come back if we're not all dead.
Well, we also have when you remodeled out here, you put up all these old rock and roll albums on the wall. You always have some cool tunes playing on the radio whenever you come in here.
Definitely, it was trying to be kind of hard rock theme-ish, diner, roadside, kind of roadhouse kind of thing, And it's just a good feel. It's kind of what I grew up off of, what my sister influenced me, my dad. So it's kind of a timeline, if anything.
Where did you grow up, Jimmy?
I was born in San Antonio, and my father was an architect, so we moved from Washington D.C., Virginia, on my own. Lived in California, back here. But kind of a little circle, almost kind of like an army brat kind of thing, but not confined.
What about hours, days, and hours of operation?
Okay, we tried the 7-day-a-week thing, but we've gone back to our Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 1:30 for lunch, 5 to 8:30, if not more, for dinner. Sunday, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and that's an all-day brunch. We do brunch all weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. So if you can't make it for Sunday, you have the option of Saturday.
Yeah.
We tried breakfast all week, and it's just
But you open on Thursday, right?
Yes, we do.
We're coming out here to eat stuff.
I know. Oh, sure. When Jimmy was telling me before the video started that everything that he makes out here, I don't think he has anything frozen. Everything is fresh. I don't even think he has a freezer back there. It's just everything is is fresh, and It's it's not any kind of pre-packaged or pre-prepared kind of stuff. He makes everything from scratch.
This flamingo taco is just amazing.
I know. I want to try one of those. This thing is incredible. This George Strait platter. I mean, it's like hamburger steak, gravy, onions, grilled onions, and grilled bell peppers and bacon.
Yum.
I mean, it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's delicious, but
I might have known you'd dive into that one.
I know. Here, I need to pass it around.
That's a
Let y'all
country
share.
boy meal right there. You know, it's all in one. It's kind of like you're sitting around a campfire and you set everything in one skillet.
Yeah.
That's what you would eat there.
Yeah. Some folks might not know this, but our people that are friends with Jimmy and I know that we play in a band together. Jimmy's a musician, and so am I. Of course, we haven't played in a little while, but we're still.
We still get together.
We
We
still
act
get-
like we play and watch TV.
Well, Jimmy, what's your favorite thing on the menu here?
You know what's funny is for the longest time I hadn't actually eaten anything on the menu. I just kind of knew what would go together. Currently, right now, honestly, the quesadillas, they're so big, actually, they make such a big portion that I end up usually keeping a piece for myself.
They're delicious. And what's in there?
You have Monterey Jack cheese on both sides, fresh baby spinach, gold shrimp, and a guacamole salsa.
Shrimp in there?
Yum.
Have y'all tried this seared ahi yet? Man, that is
Yeah.
incredible.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to intense food.
Well, here, I'm gonna eat this. You try that, Jeff. That's good.
Now I'm hungry. David Ramjohn.
wants the
Hi,
hot
David.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I gotta try one of these quesadillas. I was eyeing it a while ago when you brought it out here.
They're really good.
Yeah.
We also do have a steakhouse quesadilla, steakhouse salsa, and it comes with grilled onions, jalapenos, bell peppers, mixed cheese in that one. Same process, both sides.
Yeah.
And that's actually a jalapeno tortilla as well. So
You know, one thing we haven't showed is your menu. The prices on your menu, because all this is very affordable. You're not this isn't like real expensive place to eat.
The concept is trying to keep everything around the $15 code at the most.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's hard to go out every day. You know, lunch is tough, and if you're just going to make us a destination, you know, if you have a family of four, you don't want to spend $100, you know, and just be known as that place that you spend $100 on, you know. So
You mean lunch in Round Top?
lunch anywhere these days can be expensive. I mean, I don't know how you do it working 5 days a week and go out every day. You know, so try to provide some kind of quick, you know, $7 lunch with a drink. You know, I still do the sandwiches. You know, we did promote. You know, so bagging a lunch. You know, if your spouse, anybody is willing to pick up lunch for you and drop it off for you at work, we do have bag lunches still, chips, drinks. You know, somebody who cares about you. You know, so.
Why are the guys eating while Becky is working? Is a question.
And do you also rent out for special events?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're always open. You know, I've just started doing some caterings as well. So, you know, if you have an event that you want to do on the side, I may not be able to be there to actually serve it, but any kind of event, I'll be happy to drop off all the utensils you need and make the event for you.
We had our Christmas party here last
was
year.
just
It was
tremendous.
wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. I was just telling them that I hope I wouldn't lie to everybody. You don't have a freezer, right?
I have. Well, I'd be lying if I
Okay.
didn't say that because I do have a regular household fridge in there. You know, and you know anybody who works in this business knows. I mean,
Yeah.
when you get shrimp, it's frozen. Tuna is actually to be legal on it. It has to be flash frozen when caught.
Yeah.
So you get it frozen. So you know.
But what I guess what I was getting at is almost everything you prepare is fresh,
Yes,
made
definitely.
today.
Yeah, if it doesn't go, I don't really have a chance to say that it's either got to go or it gets thrown away. Or you know, we like to give it to who can. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the thing. It's it makes it easier. It makes it easier on me. I'm generally here by myself, so I don't have to prep a lot of things in the morning and make a whole line of pre-made food. It's made right then.
Yeah.
Order, so. That's
And if you ever come in here, you might not even know who Jimmy is because he's slaving over there in front of that, on top of that stove the whole time. Whenever you come in, so
Go ahead and take it on.
Well, this
This is
You know,
amazing.
Yeah, Warda is a wonderful community, and now it has a tremendous destination spot
Yeah.
for lunch and supper. Just such a great addition to this community. If you're going between LaGrange and Giddings on Highway 77, you got to stop here. You will be amazed at what you can get here at Cafe 77.
And you know, it's a great place to just come for a
Yeah.
Friday night meal. And
It's a great destination spot, and I'd say it's the best kept restaurant secret in Fayette County. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Coming from him, that's a big
that
compliment.
is a big compliment. Yes.
Well, I think that's it. Is that it, folks?
Yeah, we're going to more fully dive into this food here, so we're not going to be able to talk much longer. Andy, you want to take us
Sure
out?
thing. Well, you can always find us online at FayetteCountyRecord.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All these videos also go to YouTube after they appear on Facebook. Jimmy, you have a Facebook page, and we're linking to it in this video, so people can go check you out there.
Oh, excellent.
Can you remind everybody what your phone number and your address and your hours of operation are?
Yes, definitely. It's Cafe 77, Facebook. Our hours of operation are Wednesday through Saturday, 11 o'clock till 1:30 for lunch. We open at 5 to 8:30 for dinner. Sunday we have a brunch from 10 o'clock to 1:30. We also do brunch all day on Saturday as well. And our address is 5606 South US 77, Warda, Texas, 78960.
Well, thanks so much, Jimmy. Thanks for all this food, and thank all y'all for watching. And stay tuned for the next show.